Okay, I just typed into my opponent there, which is why it took me a second to say hello. He's being kind of funny. All right, so do we want to keep this? I don't think we do. We've got a 6, although Inspiration's pretty good and we are on the draw. This hand isn't amazing, though, even if we do hit a land. So my opponent says he loves the show and he should concede out of homage, which I'm going to tell him not to do. All right, excuse my typing here. This is actually a close one. The Inspiration certainly makes me think that getting out of this would be better, but like if we brick on white for a while, we're in a really bad way. Yeah, I think I'm going to mull this one. And I'm going to mull this one too. And I'm going to keep this one. We'll start with this. All right. So things are moving along. We've got a 3, a 4, and a little bit of dispel action here to protect us potentially, but let's see what we end up with. Looks like he's mono black currently, which can't be what he wants to do. he's really funny. He said that he really liked the limited resources we did about mulliganing last week, and as he says that, I mulligan down to 5, and he doesn't. And now that he's apparently missing a color, he says, I clearly don't listen, which I think is really funny. Okay. Hussar Patrol seems like a much better option here than the Soulsworn Spirit. Gutter Snipe, especially now that we've seen that. All right, so this is some type of a Rakdos 5-color thing, maybe. Yeah, we're gonna run it out there anyway. So we might as well do it now. I want to get it online and get attacking. I mean, we have a profitable attack with our Hussar Patrol anyway, but might as well take the option away. Ooh, he's got a Promenade now. So he's working his way towards Grove of the Burn Willows mana here, but he's not there yet. And we're just going to keep hitting our lands and battling here. Well, we certainly know our game plan this game. And we're going to no-sir that one. Keep the clock on him here. 2 turns away from the win. Let's see what he comes up with here, though. If he's got more removal, then it's going to change things considerably. This guy's obviously a key creature, yeah, especially now. He does not have regeneration mana up. What can we draw? Oh, Tower Drake's pretty good. Yeah, I think we can still just attack out here, though, because he doesn't have a block for the Hussar Patrol currently. He's got ultimate price, though, so that's going to change the situation significantly, although we should be able to get in for 2 damage here. Play a Tower Drake and leave a bunch of white mana up, so now these guys can both get in, and then this is going to get blocked here unless he plays something. So it's going to be a close one. The Trestle Troll, if we can get it detained or something, is going to be a big swing in our direction. That guy we definitely don't care about. It doesn't have any attacks here. Well, actually, we do care about it because it's going to allow him to trade here. Do we even give him the option? That's the question. If I attack with Hussar Patrol, he's got a good block here, or he's got a trade situation here. So let's just not even let him have that. Yeah, let's still not let him have that. Because if he blocks here, then that means he's not blocking these. So this is going to open up for him to only take 2 damage this turn. But I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's better for us. Is it? Let me think here. If I attack with this, then he can just trade off like his Gutter Snipe for my Hussar Patrol, which isn't really good for us. So yeah, this seems fine. I think we're only getting in for 2 damage this turn anyway. He's just going to... Oh, he's got Savage Surge. Ugh. All right, so he's going to eat our Vassal Soul. We do still get in for 2 damage, but now all of a sudden he has completely stabilized. As we don't have anything left in the tank here. So, yep, we got him to 4, which is a good start, but we're still a couple of detained spells away from getting him here, and it looks like he's now going to have the Grove of the Guardian online. Yeah, things are going to get ugly for us if we can't get this Trestle Troll out of the way and start getting in for some damage. Scorpion, sure. Hup! An island. Alright, that's not it. So we ship the turn back. We're very sad to do it because now we're going to be under a ton of heat. And it looks like he's got all of his colors, and we've just flooded out here at the end. Yeah, that guy's in. Yeah, he's probably just going to ship it back so he can make himself an 8/8. And we're flooding still. Very awkward. A lot of good cards in our deck right now. A lot of really sweet stuff, but none of these are going to do it. You have an 8/8, sir. Alright, he's only attacking for 10. Could risk it. Dead next turn anyway. So I guess we block. Sure. It's an interesting draw. We're going to take a ton of damage here, but we do get to get rid of that guy. I'd like to cycle it just to try to be greedy here, but I don't think that's going to work. This way we get to take out something. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're dead. He's leaving his gutter snipe back, which means that he wants to finish us off with something. So he's going to hit us for 3, 4, 5. He's going to need 2 spells to do it. So we're at 5. Hup. That's disappointing, and I think it probably means our death. It probably does, but we'll give it a shot just because why not? I mean, there's really nothing to lose here. Showing him that we have an ethereal armor isn't like a big deal. It doesn't get us in for damage, but it does give us a block here, and technically we could be alive. All right, now we're just dead. Just give something intimidate and then kill us. All right. Okay, I think that, for a mold of 5, I'm not too unhappy with it. If we hit a couple of big spells down the stretch there, then we would have been in really good shape. Let's get rid of this ethereal armor. What do we want instead? Maybe an avenging arrow? That can actually kill a Trestle Troll. Yeah, this seems fine. Not exciting. Obviously, we'd rather have a plains in there somewhere, but we're going to have a lot of turns to draw it, I believe. All right, let's see what we can come up with this game. Well, so far a bunch of islands. Cool mana base. I think he thinks we have cancel. I'll just let him keep thinking it. Jailbreaker, what do you got? Scorpion? Sure. Okay. Now we're just going to run out the spirit and get to business here. Yep. Get that. We can protect it now. It is our best clock. This guy forgot about blue somehow. Alright, so he's going to get us for 3 here. We're going to get him back for 2, and then we're going to probably... Ooh. That's pretty good for later. Let's keep battling here. And then I think I'm going to see what he does, but I'm probably just going to run the Hussar Patrol out there and have Dispel up, you know, in case he wants to try to run it over with the Mangler. We'll take 2, but it taps out his guys. Gets us in for some damage, potentially. All right, he's got Grove of the Guardian now, but we've got Tristani's Judgment for if he wants to do that plan, so I think we're okay. So, Hussar Patrol. All right, so he does have a plan here. It's an Explosive Impact, which is going to get dispelled. Kind of a weird play to dispel that, to be honest, because it's not like it's going to block the Sluiceway Scorpion or anything. All right, attack, attack. And ship it back. We can Sphinx's Revelation if we feel the need, but right now I think just running out the second Hussar Patrol and getting a double block on the Mangler seems correct. All right, but he's not going to give us that option, so we're just going to take it. The Rhino. Okay, so he's going to go for something big. We can Sphinx's Revelation right now, but I think I'm going to just be patient here. We've got a bunch of turns sort of in our pocket here thanks to these Hussar Patrols. We can keep beating down here. Stealer of Secrets actually seems fine here. We'll hit a couple of land drops to make our Sphinx's Revelation that much bigger. Doesn't really have any attacks right now. I spoke too soon. Yeah, I'm going to block this guy. He's going to get to make his Rollback Rhino bigger, but don't really care that much. He's going to want to use this turn to make his Grove of the Guardian better. Let's keep fighting with this thing. This is a good draw. All right, so he's going to make the big boy, and then we're going to Azorius Charm it away. And then hopefully he doesn't have Populate, because that would be nasty. And we have an answer to it, but like just being able to just charm this thing away and just call it good would be fantastic. Don't eyes in the skies me, bro. Ugh. He does have it. Okay. Oh, he's got Launch Party. All right. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't like it. Wow, he took out one of my Hussar Patrols, so not my Soulsworn Spirit, so that's pretty sweet. He leaves up Centaur's Herald. Okay. So I think this turn I'm just going to go for a big Sphinx's Revelation here. I can Sphinx's Revelation for 4 here. It's going to put me back up to 15, so I can take whatever hit he dishes out. Remember, I get to block once, too. This should go here. Okay, sure. This way I can sit back, block. If he goes for a combat trick, I can get him with Tristani's Judgment. All right, so he's just going to do this guy. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable play. See what he's got as a follow-up. A Trestle Troll, not super relevant, but not irrelevant either. We've got this key rune that wants to get in eventually here. All right. He says, oh dear. We're still not in a great position, but we're in a pretty good position now. All right, so we've got Dramatic Rescue, so that can take care of something. We've got an Azorius Arrestor and a Vassal Soul. So 1, 2, 3 for the thing. 1/2 for the Arrestor. And then we can even play the new Prof Guild Mage. Yeah, that seems like a pretty sweet turn, actually. Let's do that. Let's just play a bunch of dudes here. You know what? I should have used that on this. That was a misplay, I think. Yep, that. Actually, not as big of a deal now that I think about it. I've got the Guild Mage coming, but using this to get through this in addition to this guy seems good. But the new Prof Guild Mage means that I can give anything flying anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal, and I can also just detain it if I need to get it out of the way. So. Should be able to win next turn, assuming he doesn't like kill all my guys or kill me. All right. Yep. New Prof Guild Mage late in the game, very, very sweet. Early in the game, not as much. All right, so he's got a decent amount of removal. He doesn't seem to have anything like huge, at least not that we can bring any cancel for, which is what I'm looking at here. Paralyzing Grasp is just okay versus him, but not great. Is it Staticaster? Not very good versus him. Dispel seems pretty reasonable. Maybe better than this. Let's give this a shot. All right, Dispel, Hussar Patrol, Skywatch. Okay. If he gets off to a really quick start, I don't think we can beat him. But if this game goes reasonably long, especially now that we've drawn this inspiration, we should be in pretty good shape. And he hasn't done anything yet, so this is all very promising. Our 4-drops help get us back in the game pretty quickly as well. Remember, his mana is horrible, although seems to have it just fine here. And go. And next turn, it starts to get much, much better for us. We can Spirit. Actually, we're going to lead off with Hussar Patrol so that we can have Dispel mana up for our Spirit, because as you saw last turn, he is one of the few things. This guy has a very defensive deck. He's got all of his colors again. And he plays a Scorpion. Okay. Guild Mage will be good later. Let's see if he's got the Augur Spree here. Savage Surge, sure. Probably his whole turn. It was. Interesting draw. I think I like this plan better. So I'm going to play Stealer of Secrets and then play a new Prof Guild Mage. And this is going to put him in a very awkward spot because, sure, we can take hits here, but we're at 15, so we're not like imminently dead. And he doesn't want to start taking hits from this Stealer. We have Soulsworn Spirit and new Prof available. All right, so he stab wounded the new Prof, and is he going to get him with both? No. So this is actually going to let us draw a card most likely. And it also helps stem the damage. So Stealer of Secrets certainly pulling its weight there. So get this thing out of here. Our life total is going to become relevant pretty quickly here, but for now we're just scrambling to keep hitting land drops and to get the board stabilized, which it's getting there. We're going to be at 9 here, though we have to be really careful about going down to 5. We saw that he has Explosive Impact in his deck. We do have a Dispel to help make that plan worse for him, but all right, Golgari Longlegs is a card. All right, Dramatic Rescue and Inspiration plus an Asperia Skywatch. This is looking much better. We can force him to trade off here, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, I think I want to do this. I think I want to play this Skywatch. Lock this thing down. And attack with this. I think he's going to just snap trade it off. Ooh, he's going to take it. This is fantastic. It's interesting, too. Oops. All right, so more land drops is good. We're probably not dying this turn, although it's getting close. I do plan on double blocking here. Okay. That's good for us. Let's see what he follows up with, because this is a big one. We're sitting at 7. Perilous Shadow, not that good, but that thing's pretty good. All right, so we have Dramatic Rescue, Tristani's Judgment, which looks like it wants to have a Cellar of Songbirds with it here. But he's got a lot of pretty scary creatures at this point. So it feels like the Dramatic Rescue is going to have to go to that thing. Tristani's Judgment is going to have to take out one of these two. We've got 7 lands right now, so we can also Dispel back up if we want. We can double block here with Dispel back up, take 2, and Judgment this thing. That seems like the play here. Because this thing isn't a threat yet. Now we have to leave Dispel up for basically the rest of the game. He doesn't have the land here, though, so I think we're okay for the moment. He's going to play a Pyro Convergence. Okay. He went very deep with this build. So Cellar, that leaves us with Inspiration plus Dispel and or Dramatic Rescue. So yeah, it seems fine. He's only got 1 card left in his hand. It's whenever you cast it, right? Yeah. So we're going to double block here. Just hanging in there. Does he have anything? What's the follow-up? A Rubbleback Rhino. Pretty sweet here, actually. So let's draw some cards and hope we can find something to get us out of this. Tristani's Judgment sadly does not do it. Vassal Soul also sadly does not do it. We need more creatures. We need more guys to throw in front of that thing. Scavenges to make it huge. And this is like just a really good late game plan for him, actually. This thing's lethal. So we must block. And we're going to get dramatic here. And we need like our Sphinx, I guess. Something huge. That's not it. Yeah. And we kind of have to block here too. Yeah, now we definitely have to block here. Actually, we're just dead here. Yeah, we're just dead. Ugh, that's depressing. Yeah, Hexproof is going to get us. Having the Tristani's Judgment is pretty sweet, but... Oh, actually, he can't kill us this turn now? Oh, sweet. Okay, so this means that we're not actually dead yet then. But any multicolored spell kills us? Yeah, that's pretty bad. So let's do this. And hope we draw, I don't even know what. An Azorius Key Rune, sure. Means we're not dead. Well, we're not definitely dead, but we're probably dead. Blocku. Come on, Sphinx. Tower Drake. I am not. Oops. 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 1, 2, 3, and then I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. That is a major, major bummer that I tapped that way. Yeah, see? Because I actually can do something about that here. Ugh. If I would have tapped this way, then I could have made it 6 toughness, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So bad. And then I'm like, I mean, realistically, we're going to die to any multicolored spell, but still, come on, right? Nuts and bolts. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, champ. All right, good games. All right, so we weren't quite able to make it out there, but we got pretty close. I like the way that was going at the end as well, but not quite. He had a very weird deck, and we weren't able to quite get enough pressure on him to actually kill him. And he had perfect mana every game too. Like if he gets stuck, we can really get him because our deck was pretty dang consistent. But he had 4 basic lands on those last 2 games in a row, so that's going to be pretty tough because obviously his average power level of spell is a lot higher than ours was. Okay, so until next week, guys, thanks for watching. If you'd like to send me any feedback via email, it's limitedresourcespodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Marshall_LR. Same thing as on here. And if you want to join the clan, you saw a couple people join maybe today, and you can do so by sending me a message at the same thing. It's Marshall_LR, and I'll get you an invite. So until next week, guys, thanks for hanging out, and yeah, we'll see you then.